So how do you adjust your seat? And this vehicle is a manual transmission, so it's even more important to make sure that your seat is adjusted. So when you're adjusting your seat, the first thing you want to do is, this is a manual seat, okay? So I want to move it the forward and back position, okay? And you want to do this before you put your seatbelt on, because you're going to be limited when you have your seatbelt on. So what you want to do is you want to put your seat to a point, like this would be too close, this would be too far away. So too far away is I'm pushing the brake pedal and my leg gets straight. What you want to do is you want to pull it up to where you can push the brake pedal all the way to the bottom and your knee is still bent a little bit. You don't want to run out of leg room when you're in emergency to push that brake pedal, okay? So the brake pedal, you also, since this is the manual, you want to go ahead and make sure your clutch, you can go ahead and actuate the clutch fully and still have a little bit of a bend in your knee. So I have that. In an automatic, it's the brake pedal that you want to pay attention to as far as the distance you're seated in your back. Now the angle of the back of the seat, this is where it's going to be how in relationship to your visibility, but also your ability to touch the steering wheel. So the steering wheel, there's kind of the two things here. You can adjust this for your visibility of the gauges, so you make sure that you can see the gauges. So you just kind of drop it down and you can see the gauges, and make sure that your tilt of your seat to where you can see up over the hood good, and you're just kind of more comfortable in a comfortable position. So this is the important part as far as safety, is that you adjust the steering wheel and the seat to where you can rest your hands, your wrists on the top here. Okay, so not just your hands, your actual wrists. So you can overshoot the steering wheel. That's how, so your arms are straight and your wrists are there, okay? So in this case, right there seems about right. I can see the gauges, I can see the road, my wrist can rest here. All right, so now when I have my hands here, they're at an angle. So I can turn the steering wheel, no problem, without having to reach out or anything like that. I'm not limited on my reach at all with the steering wheel. I have to be able to touch these gauges, and in this case I can touch the screen, all the buttons fine, right there. Then once we have the seat, steering wheel, and everything adjusted like this for safety, comfort, and all that, it's not just comfort. You want to make sure that you can reach the pedals and turn the steering wheel and all that stuff. Then you go ahead and you adjust your rear view mirror and your side mirrors, and make sure that you can see a little bit of the car on the edge of the car here, but the most of the view is away from the car. You don't want to have half the mirror covered up with the car. You want to see what's beside you, but you want to have a little sliver of the car, your car, in the rearview mirror, just so you can see the relationship between things and your car. That's the way I do it. Same thing on the other side. You want to see a little sliver of your car, but most of it is out there. Rearview mirror, you just want to center the rearview mirror with the rear glass, so you can get as much visibility. You don't want a whole bunch of it to be covered up with your car, or the seat, the roof, or anything like that. You want to have as much visibility as possible, so you center it up and down, left to right, with the rear glass. And then there you go. You should be ready to go, and you should be comfortable, and you should have all the visibility and reach that you need to drive the vehicle safely and comfortably.